Hello once again. Here we are with our fifth in the series, and today we deal with the dodecahedron. Now, the dodecahedron is made up of 12 pentagons, and here they are here represented. There we go. On that side, we look at that side first because that is the actual side that we bend around. The first thing that we do, following the instructions. Now for this one I'm not going to go step by step. I'm going to jump a few steps because the basic steps have been covered in my previous YouTubes. So if we look here, I have gone through the first couple of steps and marked out, which is a very important part of this whole procedure, marked out on the reverse side of the cutout pattern the numbers. So we have full instructions here on following the numbers and one by one building up this dodecahedron. Okay, so we've already done that, and I've also jumped ahead and applied the two-sided tape to the tabs. I've done most of them, but I will leave, just as a reminder, I will do, well, scissors over there. I will cut and show you how we apply the two-sided tape to the tabs. I think I've got 3 or 4 here. On this particular one, dodecahedron, we place the tabs like so. Place the two-sided tape, trim it up, turn it on the other side, and you can see that it's extending. So we take that little bit away. Give it a good press down so that it makes contact. Now we've got that one there and that tab there. And we've given them a fairly thin piece. And as you will notice, start off that corner to the end. And sometimes if I don't do that, it gets caught up. And this gets a little messy. So there's one tab, push it down. There's the next tab. Go from the edge, that little corner there. Don't try and go right into there, otherwise it gets a bit stuck on the next side. The next pentagon. So do that, trim it up, where are we now? We've just got that one to do. Yeah, that's all that's left. That's an end one, so it's quite an easy. Just put it right across from one corner again to the. Much easier to trim up just one side than both sides. And there we go. Trim that off. And we're ready to fold. Make a bit of space. There's our number 1 and number 1. And there we start. Peel the two-sided tape back. Edge to edge. Finger supporting underneath, as we've shown you before. Press down hard between thumb and finger. That's the number 1. Number 2 right next door, ready to go. There's our number 2. Before I was ready to tab up, I pushed the tabs hard down. I'll show you on the next one. It's very important that we get a nice sharp edge, especially where the tab is, funnily enough. Let's take one of these tabs up here. This is what I would do. I bend it back and give it a good squeeze so that it folds back automatically. So number 2 has been done, and we go on to number 3. Bit tedious, but I'll take you through the whole thing. Edge to edge, and give it a good squeeze from the other side. That's the number 3. Number 4 is down there. Pin it back, edge to edge, good squeeze. That's our number 4. Number 5 on this side, building around the shape. This is one of the more difficult shapes to put together from the point of view that it sort of closes in on each other, on itself, and makes it a bit difficult from the early stages. Now we go to number 6, which is there. Number 6. Good squeeze, edge to edge. And number 7 is there, next door. Edge to edge. Get your finger in position when you're doing, before you do the edge to edge. Otherwise it slips out. There we go. Putting pressure from both sides. So 7, we look for number 8 on the other side there. Not far to look. Should have given that crease there a little bit more help, because I could feel it was resisting me. But that's okay. 8, 9. Hello, where are you? Number 9. There we go. There's a number 9. I must say I found this one of the harder ones to put together. So get my fingers in there. Smaller fingers always help. Number 9 and then number 10 to follow. I could have taken both those two-sided tapes, exposed both of them at the same time. Might have made it easier for me, but that's not too bad. And I'm going to take 11, 9, 10, 11. I'll take that off. So you can slip in there. won't have to try and pull it out to take off the one side. Always tend to do that when it is closing in on itself like this, and I see that this is going to be covered up. I expose it before I stick that one there. Whoops. Whoopsie. There we go. Always good to have delicate little fingers. There we go. Now everything is closing in on itself, so I'll open these. I'll do these two together. Sometimes quite difficult to get the edge. I'll do these two, and I'll do that one there, so that they can fit into each other. There we go. Edge to edge. Gets a little bit more difficult to find that edge, but you certainly can. And that one is ready to glue. Then I'm going to open up this one because it's closing, and this is why I wanted to do this building process with the dodecahedron, because it gets tricky. It gets a bit tricky. So bring that one in and that one in. I'm rushing this a bit, and I can see that I've just overlapped there, or underlapped it, but I don't think it'll make too much difference. And at this stage I have the option of opening this tab. I can't get in underneath it, but if it sticks itself, as I put the cap flap or the closing flap over it, it can sometimes help just to sturdy itself up. The important thing is that we align these two. There we go. Okay, so clean that up a bit. And here we have got the glue stick that we always use for the cap flaps or the closing flaps. Perhaps a better word for them. Make sure we've got this glue going right to the edge. And if we miss out on it, I have found that if I do miss out on the edge and it's 90% glued except for a little pull up on the end, I use some super glue. Align it. So again, we go edge to edge. Bring the flap down. Bring the flap down. And that flap down. There we go. Tidies it up. We have about as much precision as we can get from a cardboard material, but that's pretty good. Beautiful dodecahedron. You see, if there are little gaps, I might come back and put it like that, like that. I might come back and put some super glue on there and just go bloop. And that will make sure all these little edges are neat and tidy. And there it is. Thank you.